How many photos have you taken this week? And how many of them were really for you? Not for Instagram, not for a challenge, not to show anyone, just for you. Well, I've been thinking about that question a lot since I fell down a rabbit hole with a photographer who never showed a single image to anyone her entire life, and somehow became one of the greatest street photographers who ever lived. Hi, my name is Philip, and today we are talking about Vivian Maier. Born in New York in 1926, she spent some of her early life in France and spoke with a slight French accent her whole life. Most of her life she worked as a nanny and a housekeeper. She was eccentric, private, difficult to know. People who employed her remembered her fondly, but admitted they never really understood her. What none of them knew, what actually nobody knew, was that on every day off, every free afternoon, every stolen hour, she was out there on the streets of Chicago and New York with a camera, shooting everything for 50 years. When she died in 2009, she left behind over 100,000 photographs. Hundreds of rolls of film never developed, never seen, not even by her. Think about that for a second. She didn't just keep the work private, she didn't even look at all of it herself. Entire years of images still sealed in canisters, waiting for a life that never came. A real estate agent named John Maloof bought a box of her negatives at a storage auction in 2007 for around $400. He scanned a few, posted them online, not really thinking much of it. The internet lost its mind. Within months, the photography world was asking, who is this woman and how did nobody know about her? Now, there's the part that nobody really talks about. Vivian Maier once described herself as some kind of a spy. She wanted to be invisible. She used a Rolleiflex camera with a waist-level viewfinder you look down into rather than raise to your face. Her subjects often didn't know they were being photographed. She moved through the world like a ghost, collecting moments nobody else stopped for. Invisible, private, a spy. And yet, she took hundreds of self-portraits. Hundreds. Her own reflection in shop windows or on a wheel of a car. Her shadow falling across a sunlit pavement. Her face in a bathroom mirror. Herself, over and over again, inserted into the world she was supposedly just observing. So which is it? Was she hiding, or was she the whole subject all along? I don't think there's a clean answer, but I think that contradiction is the most honest thing about her. She was someone who felt invisible in life, who struggled to connect, and yet she couldn't stop putting herself in the frame. Maybe photography was the only place she felt she existed. There's something else that makes me stop when I look at her work. She had no learning curve. Most photographers, you can see them grow. Early work is uncertain, hesitant. Gradually the eye sharpens, the instincts develop. On the other hand, Vivian Maier's earliest photographs, taken in the early 1950s, are as assured and as compositionally precise as anything she made 30 years later. She arrived fully formed, which makes you wonder, what was going on inside that mind? What was she seeing that the rest of us weren't? And if she never showed anyone, never got feedback, never had a teacher, a gallery, or a single piece of external validation, where did that confidence come from? Well, I think it came from the fact that she wasn't doing it for anyone else. not even slightly. Here's what I keep coming back to. We live in a world that tells photographers, tells all creators that the work only matters if someone sees it. That reach equals value, that if it doesn't get engagement, it didn't really happen. Well, Vivian Maier is a direct argument against all of that. She shot 100,000 images and showed them to nobody. She developed half of them. She died before anyone knew her name. And the work is extraordinary. When there's no audience, there's no performance, no second guessing, no shooting what you think people want to see. You just see and you respond honestly, instinctively, without anyone watching. One of the greatest, Joel Meyerowitz, said Maier should be taken seriously because she was ruthlessly honest. She never tried to charm her audience. She never had anyone to charm. So, here's what I want you to try. Go out this week and shoot a roll or memory card or whatever you use, and don't post any of it. Don't show it to anyone. Don't even look at it, at least for a couple of days. Just shoot for the fact of shooting, for the seeing, for the strange private pleasure of noticing something and pressing a button and knowing that for one fraction of a second you were paying attention. See what happens to the way you work when there's no one watching. See if the photographs change. And most importantly, see if you change. Thanks for watching.